you want to see how I got this look and hang out on my bed with me, keep on watching. Starting off, I am just wiping off the face mask I have on. This is the Matcha face mask from the Body Shop. I really like it. It makes my skin smooth. That's pretty much all. Now I'm just using a micellar water just to remove any extra product that could be on my skin. And then I'm going in with my SPF, and SPFs are very important to make sure you always use them. Again, this one's from the Body Shop, and it's their SPF 30 and their vitamin C range. And yeah, just rubbing that in. And I'm going to take a little sip of my coffee, and then going in with my foundation. So I'm using the, I dropped it. Using the Body Shop Fresh Nude Foundation and the Amuse, we're all good. Amuse Matte Foundation. I like to use this as a nice combination. I used this in my last video. Sorry, my voice is cracking. It's morning. Yeah, so I used this in my last video. I really like the combination, how it makes my skin look. And I'm just blending all of that in with a foundation brush. And I really like how it makes my skin look again, like I said. But I always have to go in with an extra little sponge just to smoothen any spots out. Now this is the Body Shop Matte Clay Concealer, and using this under my eyes to highlight. And then I'm using the Body Shop Matte Clay Foundation, but in the darker shade. And this is what will be used as like a cream bronzer today. So again, buffing that in with a like dense buffing brush. And then using a sponge for my under eye as well, and then I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and use that just to kind of like make everything blend together really nice. And I'm going to set all of my face with the AOA setting powder and banana. I'm using this like pointed kind of like highlighter brush. It's really dense, to pack it underneath my eyes, along my jawline and my forehead. And then I'm going in with a powder puff and gonna like pat that all around my skin. And then after that, using a fluffy brush to blend it all away. Again, just to set everything on the face. For my bronzer, I'm just using 2 shades from the Morphe Dare Create palette. And I really love this palette actually lately for bronzing. And yeah, just bronzing up my skin, the forehead, the cheeks, the jawline. The usual, how everything goes. You want the skin to look kind of like sun-kissed and beautiful. Now I'm going with the shade Transitional and using that in my crease in my eyes. And this is going to be the first shade that we're going to use, and we'll probably go back in with it a couple times just to blend everything out, but I don't know if I mention it or pop up the shade throughout the video. Before I go in with any other shadows next to my lash line, I'm going to line it all with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner. Using this in my waterline, my upper lash line, and along my lash line, just to make it all black, because it'll be easier to blend it all out now, then go back in with it later. So I'm using the first shade, which is Frame. I'm going to blend out that black eyeliner along the top lash line. And kind of creating like a wing style with it. But don't worry, we're going to go back in with many, many, many more shades to keep creating this look. The next shade I'm going in with is Evolve. And I'm just using that in my outer corner because I want to add just a little more depth up there. And this will help create kind of like the cat eye look. So just using that, and then using the big fluffy brush we used in first shade Transitional, and blending that out. And before I go in with any more shadows, I decided to put the highlight shade on my lid, which is Radiance from BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Palette. Now I'm going in with Deep Hue, and now this is going to go and blend out everything on the upper lash line and help create more depth. An easy way to go about it is adding darker to lighter, and it helps to blend it all out. Remember, with the darker shades, use as small as you can. This is the shade Evolve, and just buffing out that lower lash line. A tip for this one is to go in with just on the outer third of the eye, and that helps to create like this very beautiful like eye shape, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I just went in with the Evolve and cut crease again to keep blending out that smoky, like, kind of liner look. And I'm just using, I believe this is Muse or Deep Hue or something like that, just to add more depth. I do go in with a black soon to blend out my upper lash line and add that little more depth I think I need. So yeah, now I'm going in with the black shadow just in the outer corner and flicking it up just a bit. And again, another tea break or coffee. Highlighting my brow bone with the same shade we used on the lid and using that in the inner corner as well. And now I'm just using a black eyeliner and putting that just in my inner corner and along my upper lash line just a little bit, just so my lashes blend a little bit better, but mainly for the inner corners so it can kind of like accentuate the eye and give that almond cat eye shape. I thought I was going to use these lashes, but just wait to see after I finish a couple things what they're going to look like. So for my brows, I'm using I believe it's just a brown shade from the palette. I'm not exactly sure what shade. And then just going in with the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. And that's how I do my brows today. So yeah, here's when I put the lash on. It's a little more dramatic than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I put it on and then I just look at it and it's just a little bit too much for like the look I'm going for. I want like soft and sultry and a little cat eye, but not this dramatic. So yeah, I'm using the Kiss lashes instead. I'm using the eyeshadow from this palette called Vivid and using that on my cheeks because I thought it was a very pretty shade and it would blend in with the bronzer just a little bit. Buffing it out a bit just so it's not too intense, and then now I'm popping on the correct lashes. I like these as well because again they have like the flick or like the longer outer corner so they blend better. Oh my god, they look better, but yeah, I have some trouble again with these lashes, don't mind me. And yeah, just topping up the mascara, using that on my upper lashes and also my lower lashes. And that pretty much completes the eye look. So for the lips, I have 1, 2, and 3 options you can do just so you can see what they look like. The first one is very vampy, dramatic. Again, I'll link this lipstick below. I can't remember the shade or like the type right now. I believe it's NYC. But it's just a very deep burgundy lip, and I think it looks gorgeous, very sexy, sultry, could be perfect for fall. Now I'm using a red shade. I used this in my last video and I realized how beautiful it was, so I decided to use it again. I want that super kissable red lip, and this is exactly what it gives me. It's not too fiery or dramatic. It has like the perfect amount of pink and everything in it. So this one is NYX soft matte lip cream in Amsterdam. And this is the last look I'm doing, so that's why I'm using the foundation and setting it. And this is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Soft Spoken. I put it on my lips and I find it's just a little bit too pink for the look I want to go for today. I want to be a little more nude. So I go in with a foundation and just kind of like mute it down a little bit. And I blend it out with my finger, and I find that gives me like the perfect like nude look. And it's a good tip to use with any matte liquid lip is to add just a little bit of foundation in because it won't compromise how well it does. And now I finally take out my hair, which I should have done before. All I did was put it in a braid. I slept in it, and that's about it. This is the look I get with it, and it's kind of what I do very often. I try to stay away from heat tools since I did bleach my hair, and it doesn't always look the healthiest. So again, I just try to keep it low heat, and that's how I do my hair. So this is the final look. hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.